Hello everybody, Bongo here. This is the first video I filmed on my phone in quite a while. So, because of that, I'm going to do my Thomas book collection. I have quite a lot, as you can see here. That one, I didn't want to jump over the entire stack, so that's why I put that one there. And the same goes with this one. I also got some board books to show. Most of the ones shown in this video will be illustrated by Ken Scott, my favorite illustrator and the inspiration for the Scott Gage models. So the first one, which is not illustrated by Ken Scott, is the 1997 edition of the Complete Collection of the end paper. It's a map of Sodor. I think this is the 958 map, I think. I signed this like 2 years ago. But this is like one of the only times the books were published in the US, as you can see. I'm American. To show that this is the US edition. There, Random House. And this is the 1996 edition of the Complete Collection because I don't have the money to buy the one from today. So, of course, y'all know what it looks like. I'll just show off the paper down. Maybe that should be SSP's new logo. Let me know in the comments if you want that instead of the current one we have. Up next is another Railway Series book, the Story Collection from 2005. I only bought this because I found it in Goodwill for a good price. The end paper sucks on this one. The map of Sodor is still here though. And as you can see, this is from 2005. Oh, that old hit logo. And this is another US print. No surprise. I highlighted some text on here. Let's show okay, just highlighted that for fun. I remember taking this to school on the day before Thanksgiving break in 8th grade, and I highlighted that for fun. That was like almost 2 years ago. Anyway, next. The Big Yellow Treasure, which is the oldest one I've had. Also, by the way, the books go in over there. It's so dark. It goes right there next to my computer desk. But anyway, this is the oldest one I've had. I bought this one at Savers about 7 years ago. This is the US edition, again. This is from around 1997. Actually, this may be from 98. I also have the Big Blue Treasure, which is up next. There's a few changes to the text, and like here's a page from Henry Goes to the Hospital. But this thing is like full of some print marks and such. There's Henry got all that photo. This is a Britt Allcroft print. There's at least two prints of these books. There's a Ghislaine print, which I have a Ghislaine print of the Big Blue Treasure, as you can see, which you'll see up soon in the Britt Allcroft prints. So, anyway, next is the Big Blue Treasury. I got this for my birthday 3 years ago. Unfortunately, it's full of pen marks. And I signed that myself. This is from 1999. This book's almost 26 years old. Also, this little photo at the top of my hat you'll see pretty soon that it was actually for copyright information. I remember having this book when I was little, but I got rid of it because this page here, these two pages, no, not that one. These two pages were ripped, so I got rid of my old copy, and it was full of Hello Kitty stickers too. Never know who put those on. I think it was his sister. That there. And this is what I mean, that this is a Ghislaine print. I had a Britt Allcroft print when I was little, but this is my print that I have here as a teenager. It's a Ghislaine print. Anyway, next is Thomas and the Lost Cat. This is a UK print. The book was published in the United States in 1994, but I don't have a... it was published in the US in 94. Right there. Anyway, if y'all haven't seen this before, this is a sticker book that you just put the stickers on areas. I found an eBay listing for a US print that didn't have the stickers put in yet. this line here, water column, is changed to water spout in the U.S. edition because I found a PDF of the U.S. version on archive.org. And this is the last page. As you can see, this is from 1988. This is my first of two that I have published by Kay and Ward, the publishers of the Christopher Otto Railway Series books. And as you can see, here's some others. Percy the Postman, I have that one. You'll see that one near the end of the video. I found an eBay listing for James Bull's Circus Train. I'll pull it up on screen. But I haven't seen eBay listings of the other. Except for Percy Goes to the Harbor, I did see an eBay listing for that one from a seller known as Awesome Books. This book is £2.50 every day. I'd love to get a US edition of this one day. Next is Thomas and the Lost Cat, which I'll lift the flat book. Oh, damn it, I bent that. There's the Percy page. I bought this one along with Thomas and the Lost Cat and two more that are going to be shown. Next one needs no introduction. From $50 that my grandmother gave me for getting the COVID-19 vaccine back in 2021. Here's the photo that's now on the wiki. James the cow. No offense to anyone. Oops. Here's the Edward page. As you can see, he does not have the right nose. Henry page. Unfortunately, the trash cans are kind of bent, which is easier. There's Toby. I love that face. Maybe I'll use that as a reference, as a new face for his Stockade model. Anyway, this is the rabbit family. There for some reason. Duck. Not many stories illustrated by Ken Scott Haddam. I know there's one called Duck in the Parrot, but I do not own that one. This was the only illustration of Diesel. I will use that photo to build his Scott Gauge model. I'll show it to you on my community tab after the video. Sheep. And the only illustrations of Bill and Ben. I have plans to build them in Scott Gauge too. There with a horse. It's warm and cozy in the stable. Oh, I missed a page. The second to last page was Gordon. Also, if you've seen on my community post, there's another Ken Scott game on Roblox called Chuckle Some Engines, which goes in Ken Scott's style, but I played the game off camera, and not gonna lie, the engines do look better than ours. So, there. But, it's hard to open these. Anyway, here we go. Station Cat. This book was first published in '95, but the photos. Let me go back to the first page. As you no, that can't be right. As you can see, the coupling hooks are still the old ones, which were published made until around '94. And it also says 1991 there, so there's a chance that this could have been published in 1991 at first. The next one is no introduction. It's Thomas and the Bad Dog. It's the story that kickstarted this channel. The end paper is a boring shade of blue, of course. And unfortunately, as you guys know, my version was torn. I have found a photo for the official one. Looks like I pulled up screen right now. Of course, you guys know this stupid story kickstarted my channel. I've remade it twice. First in Beyond, and another which was terrible, and another which was slightly better, which had the prototypes for the Scott Gauge models. Also, as you can see, the peep-through book needs to see through the pages. I'll peep through the pages. Also, another thing. This was published in 1990, around the time when Ken Scott sneaking spokes into some of his illustrations, like this one. Another thing is I have plans to use that Angry Thomas face for his Scott Gauge model. I'll be making a test Roblox account for uploading decals and audios, as I retired from it about 2 years ago for the job. The spokes are also in this photo here. Fun fact is I used that photo of Thomas on my birthday cake this year. Not necessary. This is my favorite illustration out of the whole story. In fact, it's even my Google account profile picture. As you can see, spokes are there again! I don't have time to show the rest of the story, so I love this photo. Published in 1990. As far as I'm aware, this book was not published in the United States. For £5.95. There's the spine, Heinemann. Next one. Down the Line with Thomas. There exists a YouTube video of this. I scanned 2 pages, put them on the wiki. And my old fandom account has been deleted because I fucked up too many wikis with it. I just censored myself there because I know how to censor myself. Anyway, it has a cardboard cutout of Thomas, and he goes along the tracks. There's Harold. I think this may be the new longest video on my channel. There's Birdie. I don't know what, and there's James. And for some reason, Thomas is going to the playground of all places. What would have been better is if Thomas had to take children to the playground instead of ditching his own work to go to the playground. The book was £2.99. For some reason, that was covered up. This had a ribbon on it, which was the same that you like see tied to balloons, but this one doesn't have it. Also, I just noticed Thomas has a curved running board. Also, this one I don't got the ribbon attached back. So hard to put the Thomas back in. Next, Thomas and the Dinosaur. I have plans to adapt this one for Thomas's Tales from the Rails. End paper. On camera it's blue, but in person it looks more teal than blue. Sign this one too. This one, I heard this one was published in the US under a big red treasury, but the only photo I found of it looked fake. I don't know why James is in Farquhar Sheds too. And this is what I meant by STH was used for the copyright page. This is a 94 reprint, first published in 92. This was printed in East Kilbride. There's Thomas. He looks scared. I might use that as the new face for Scott Gage Thomas. Also, is it just me or does that engine look like Oliver? Who knows? And who cares? Another thing is the light's not coming from my phone. It's coming from this thing up here. Not necessary, but who cares? This was one of the 2 pages that was omitted from the little version, and the other page that was omitted was not that one, it was this one here. I may use that as reference to build the breakdown tree. Another thing is, you gotta love that coupling hook. Percy scaled. Who cares? 3 tiers for Thomas and all the dinosaurs. Yeah. In person, the end paper is teal, but for some reason on camera it looks more blue than teal. This is the one of the 2 I have in 92. Anyway, I'm gonna go do something and film the other part of the video. Okay, after the little transition, I had to do something, so that's why I stopped filming. Blush Bongo is here. Ignore him. Anyway, next book, which is also, excuse the noise, that's my washer downstairs. Percy and the Kite, which is not the only one of the mini books that I have not hardcover. As you can see, it is a paperback print by Mammoth. I suggest getting the Thomas Easy to Read versions of the mini books if you want the full experience. Like, this is one of the 2 photos that wasn't in the little version. This is a Mammoth print from 1994. But this is a print from 95. This was also printed by the same company that printed Thomas and the Dinosaur. Campus Life Flow Limited. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Life Flow or The Flow. You tell me in the comments. Another thing is that Daisy was only mentioned in this version. She was not mentioned in any other version. This is the second page I was on. First being loaded up with logs. Honestly, this may be the lumberyard location. Actually, no. This is going to be the lumberyard. Not this. This is probably just going to be Henry's Forest. Can't say it right. Also, Percy's missing his coupling. Sorry for sounding a little fast. Feeling hungry, Percy. I'm feeling thirsty. I'm able to drink that bottle of 7-Up that's right next to this review area. Also, look out over Henrietta's there. I can't say things right. So my hand is aching from holding this phone. I don't have a tripod, nor a microphone. And that's it. Well done, Percy and Jake. Also, that photo of Percy's face was used for Percy's Scott Gage model. Useless information, but who cares? Also, this book was published in North America, but only in Canada. I am from the United States, not from Canada. Next, Thomas and the Giant, which this one is actually US print, as you can see by the Thrift Book sticker up there. The emblems are very I have plans to adapt this one. Also, this one was published later. As you can see, Thomas has a sloped running board and a different coupling hook. There's James in a cameo. I would love to build this shed here. I have plans to adapt Thomas and the Giant for an episode of Thomas's Tales from the Rails in the future. I got this along with Percy and the Kite and 2 more that are going to be coming up soon as for Christmas 2021. About Thomas and the Dinosaur for fun. Anyway, next. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. I love that photo of Thomas. It looks so badass. Yep, this is the first US edition. As you can see by that cover, Thomas and the Last Cat was also published in the US. This was $4.99 and is from Random House. Of course, there's gonna be more Random House books as we go on, but the next book is another flat book. Hello, Thomas. Love that old illustration of Thomas. Oh, sorry. Love that old illustration of Thomas. Thomas lives in an engine shed. I wonder if he's there now. We guess he is. Not sure. Should I keep the original color for the Farquhar Sheds model and Scott Gate, or should I just use this one? I don't know. But there's Thomas. Hello, here I am. That Thomas looks kind of strange with the weird livery. And like Thomas and the Giant and Percy and the Guy that got this for Christmas in 2021. About a week before I started this channel. Also, Thomas has spokes. Is he there? Can you see him yet? It's so hard to open this with the phone in one hand and nothing in the other. Wait for me, Thomas. Now, did I forget to mention that I bought this along with Thomas and the Dinosaur, Percy and the Kite, and Henry and the Ghost Train, which is the next one from Awesome Books 2? No? Okay. Anyway. Who is that coming down the line? It's Edward! I don't know why he doesn't have eyebrows. Honestly, that coupling just looks so strange. Percy is working in the harbor. I could see him. I can see you. Look, we gotta look at the effed up configuration for Percy. It's a noisy cloud. Here's Harold. And Terrence is in here. Okay, here we go. Hello, I'm Terrence. Honestly, I'd say that the Scott Gage Terrence is definitely not gonna look like that. Maybe I'll build a separate model for him. Toby is in here, right there. We have the STH in his office. Okay, yeah, it's this way. Thomas is really useful. Here's James, which that does not look like James. He doesn't have the right. He's an 060. And he has red wheels. Also, I gotta love we just. When are you coming out of your tunnel? Also, Henry has spokes. I don't know why. Here's Gordon, and we have James. This is bent a little bit because it's stupid they tried to scan this. Achoo, I'm James. I know who you are, James. That's the last page, and as you can see there, Trevor is here. Ow. I don't want to increase this more. Good night, Thomas. The back cover also has James. This is a 1989 reprint. I have seen photos of a 1988 print by Kay and Ward. But this is a 89 reprint by Hyman. Anyway, next book, which is Henry and the Ghost Train, which is the last one I got in 2021, and then I also got for Christmas. The stains. The end paper's red on this one. Some like blood. I mean, I don't know. Damn it, signage. Ugh. This is a 1993 reprint. And here's one of the photos of them. It is Daisy. Also, it made more sense for it to be on here instead of here for the clear away the rubble page. Honestly, I may build the Ghost Train tunnel for a Halloween update for TRP. Who knows? This is another photo that's omitted from the little version. Not this one. This one's in the little version. Ghostly Gordon. Maybe I'll add it to TRP. Oh, this one has ripped. For some reason, this page has nothing. I just signed it for no reason. And again, this one was published in Canada. I do not own Thomas and the Pony Show or Thomas Goes to School. The next one, which is one you probably know, Tell the Time with Thomas, which I showed in a video that I made over 2 years ago. No, James. Thomas first, then James. I think I know somebody in real life named James, but he's not like that, James. Honestly, I think this should be Sir Topham's office. There's Gordon, Percy. The 2007 edition, which was illustrated by Tommy Stubbs, actually copied these illustrations. Here's Thomas at the junction. I don't know why he has a wagon full of gravel or ballast. Henry, I love that Toby face. Originally, that was going to be Toby's face for Scott Cage. There's Edward and Trevor. This image was mirrored in later publications, which means Trevor's flywheel was on the wrong side. Henry, Thomas, Bertie. I have plans to make that his face in Scott Cage. And I used this photo as reference to do his back. And to make the sheds. And the clock moves too. I bought this from an eBay seller that I forgot the name of. My elbow hurts. This is the first U.S. edition of '93. This is $7.99 print. There exist first U.S. editions which are $8.99 prints. So, Thomas, have fun. No, I'll have fun, alright. And another one that I showed off in the same video from 2 years ago. Thomas and the Helicopter Rescue. Which you can lift the flaps and you'll see the names. Honestly, my favorite illustration is this one at the end. Percy. This is supposed to be a revolving picture thing, but I don't know how to work it. This book was $15. It's a little expensive if I say so myself. My next one, which was the last one I got in 2022. Oddly, I only got 3 in 2022. And the last one I got in 2022 was Thomas' The Birthday Party, which I showed off in a video that I uploaded around Christmas of the same year. And the end paper is not teal on this one, it's blue. On camera, it's blue. I didn't sign this one. Most of the ones in 2021 I signed after finding a print of Thomas's Big Yellow Treasure, which was signed by Christopher Audrey. As you can see, this was the first edition from 1990, and I love that photo of Thomas. I'm not sure if he's mad or confused. You tell me. Spokes. More spokes. I built that bogey-wheel tanker in Scott Cage. This photo was not in the little version. I just can't think of things to say, I'm sorry. More spokes. I used this photo as reference for building Farquhar sheds, but as you can see in Ken Scott's illustration, Farquhar sheds had buffers at the end instead of that being a drive-through shed. And there's Thomas. I'm not sure if he's smelling the cake or if he's just looking at it. Who knows? You tell me. You pretend. This book is stuff. I also have James and the Balloons, which will be near the end of the video, as I got that one last year. Anyway, the first one I got last year in 2023, Learn with Thomas. I heard that this book was published in the U.S., but in fact, I only bought it because I found out that it was published in the U.S. But my stupidity got the better of me because, ignore the yellow end paper, this is a UK print. I think that this is no, this is a reprint from 95. The US print, I think, was first published in 96. And I love it. And this was also the only time Donald and Douglas were illustrated by Ken Scott. Okay. Also, that photo, we used that face for Toby. That's his new Scott Cage face. If you've seen the new TRP update. Oh no, there's a fire on the line. I'm not sure why there's a fire. Who's winning? Thomas is winning. What color is his lamp? I don't know. Actually, no, it's white. Why am I being an idiot? How many trucks is Percy pulling? Ah, man, I should have made those the colors of the trucks in Scott Cage because I just kind of forgot about it because most of the trucks he filmed were just... I don't know. But these are the numbers that are being used for Scott Cage. The Scott Cage models. Honestly, I would just love to use that number 1 and that number 10. But no, my Union Maker decided to upload a different number 1. And that is the reference photo we used for rebuilding Thomas's Scott Cage model. I don't have time for this. This video is already at 12, probably like 20 minutes. Next book, which is like one of the only ones I have which was signed by somebody that isn't me. Thomas's Big Book of Words. Another US print. As you can see, this is not my original. I bought this off eBay. This was the only good condition one I found because I found one which had a ripped page, another which came from an academy, and I found one good condition one from Nebraska, but that one ended. As you can see here, this little note here. This was a gift of some kid named Bobby from from somebody named Tanya Bente on April 4th, 1993. That was almost 32 years ago. And as you can see, this is a US print. First US edition from 92. I remember renting this book from the library, and there's only one place in my home state which has Thomas's Big Book of Words in the library, and that's in Granby, because I live in the state of Connecticut. Also, Gordon has a bronze dome. There's Henry. I don't know why he's right next to SGH's office. Also, why are they here? Isn't this supposed to be Islesburg? And what the hell is Gordon doing on the Little Western? And also, isn't SDH's office at Knapford? Who knows? I would just stuck James in this photo if I were Ken Scott. Maybe next photo. That's not Thomas, that's Edward. Whichever one of these dumbasses wrote these should be ashamed of themselves for mistaking Thomas for Edward. Just kidding. Also, there's Birdie. I love that photo of him. Here's the luggage stand. I don't know why Toby looks like he's in a subway. I sent this photo to a certain user that we don't speak of because of their toxic behavior. And he said that Toby was being a creep and sniffing kids' hair, but that just sounded a little foolish. I believe they made another version in the UK called Thomas's European Word Book, which had the words in French, not Canadian French, France French, and German. And they had a bunch of photos from Learn with Thomas in there. There's one photo which I'll pull up on the screen if I could take a photo of it after this video that I like. Another thing is I love these photos. Seriously, whoever this Ken Scott person is, if they're that Scottish actor that I've been hearing about, good job on your illustrations. And there's Percy. Also, this is Tidmouth. This doesn't even look like Tidmouth. This looks more like Lower Tidmouth. And the end paper is a baby blue color. On camera, it looks more like a bluish white color, but in person, it looks more baby blue than that. Also, this book is so big, yet it was only $7.99. Matter of fact, it was in Italy. I heard there was a Italian block based on Hit Entertainment called Hit. Wait, we're getting off track. Right down, folks. Tracking Thomas's Friends is next. I love those tabs on the side. This is another US print, $7.99. I got this last year. I like all these. I don't want to damage some of these tabs though. Sad Story of Henry reference. Love that photo of Gordon. I don't have any photos of it, but I used to have a 3DS and I took photos of a copy which came from the same area that I got Thomas's Big Book of Words from, Granby, because there's only one library in Connecticut which has it. I took a photo of Gordon from there, but I don't have the 3DS anymore. I gave it to a store that sells old school games, so I don't got it anymore. I love that photo of James. This is like the only times I've seen the Troublesome Trucks' faces. Even though in a certain book it's coming up, we'll see it. I don't know why Percy looks like that. And the one I got from the Grand Public Library, I think was there since, like, I don't know, around the time season 13 started airing. Like, I think one of them said February 21st, 2010, which means it would have been from around the time season 13 started airing. Anyway, next book, which I got for my birthday last year, Henry Goes to the Hospital. I remember seeing a print of this on eBay, which came from somewhere, but I don't know where. This was to somebody called Jay Graham. I don't know who that is. In February, I'm not sure what the 293 means. That must be February 1993. I'm not sure when February 93 it was. But this is the first issue from 91. I love all these photos. And this one don't got many good photos. We'll get to those books at the end of the video. Gee, this video's already 17 minutes long. Gee, this video is probably going to be the longest video on my channel. Anyway, £3.99. I also have one which will be the final main book showing it, the oldest book that I have in the stack so far, Thomas and the Evil Diesel. which is the only one I have that was a Railway Series-like book. And it's the oldest one I have, and it's the second and last one I have published by Kay and Ward. As you can see, this came from a car boot sale for 50p, but I bought this off eBay from World of Books USA, which is, if you are American, then you know that seller is probably the big slam show on eBay. This is the oldest, because this is from 1987. I don't know what Johannesburg is. Somebody tell me. I have plans for Daphnis for Thomas's Tales from the Rails. I'm going to show off a funny phone. That's a way of teaching the troublesome trucks to behave. If anyone wants to remake this and Soda online with me, please DM me on Discord. My Discord is Big Engine Brawl or Packer. Also, I love this photo. Gotta love how the passengers are complaining over Clarabelle's back bogey being in the mud. That's Torrent, said the guard. Yeah, that is Torrent. Also, it's Tory Rick. It's where the lead vines that Thomas fell down into are. Thomas should have been alerted about it, and they should have cleaned the tracks. Oh, well, sorry about that, guys. This was £4.95, so this was published during the time Season 2 stopped airing. Anyway, the next book is the only one I have illustrated by Tony Wells. Thomas Goes to Town. It would have been the oldest one if it was the first edition from '86, but this is an '88 reprint, so it's not the first edition. Anyway, Thomas is blue. We know. His illustrations look a little cursed. I would love to get Percy to the Rescue, I think that was what it was called. Which basically just Percy's Promise. Thank you, Thomas. And thank you, Wilbur Audrey, for creating Thomas. Anyway, the first big one I got, which I've had for over a year now, Thomas's Big Railway No. Thomas's Amazing Pop-Up Book. Unfortunately, it has a little bit of damage because this goes right next to my desk, and my rolly chair kind of ruins it. Oh man. What do the pages smell like? Whoa, they smell a little weird. Anyway, this can't flop out properly. I'll show you guys the Thomas pop-up and like one more. There's the Thomas pop-up. It looks a little weird. This is one of the few illustrated by Owen Bell that's here. I would use tape to keep Thomas together. I basically bought another book in the stack just because of the weirdness. Here's one of them. Here's the station, the bridge, and the farmhouse. As you can see Owen Bell's signature right there. And this book was published in Canada for $26.99. That's expensive. This was published in 1998 by Egmont, and it was one of the only ones I have published by Egmont. Owen Bell's signature is also down here on one of the bricks at the turntable. Next book, which I've had which is actually the oldest one I've had. I've had this for like 9 years now. Thomas's Big Griffin Lookbook. Let's show one of the flops for fun. It's gonna be Percy. Just kidding, we're gonna show another one. Ugh. Edward. I heard this was the last one illustrated by Owen Bell. Also, I gotta love the piano. When I was little, I always thought this was like a real place. And there's some places in my town that remind me of that. And here are all the engines. You can see Edward, there's Thomas, there's Percy. You can see Gordon on the bridge up there, and there's Henry and James. Pretend the engine pulling this train is Emily, even though this book was published before Emily was a thing. Oddly, this one has the Ghislaine logo at the top right corner, despite this being a print from 1990. I think this could be a print from about 2001 or 2002, but this says 96. Anyway, back to Ken Scott. Next book, James and the Balloons. Ow. I have been doing too much. Ow, no, none from the camera. Anyway, this one, pen paper's red just like James, and was a Christmas present to some kid named Ben in 1990. Happy Christmas. We say Merry Christmas in the States. Also, this one has screwed up binding. Tried to fix it, sadly. Okay. And this is the second one from 1990. It was the first mini book ever published. As you can see, I love that photo of Thomas. Also, this is the only time you ever see spokes in this story. It's Gordon's only appearance in this book. I don't know why you have square buffers. Maybe it's a reference to the Railway series. Surprise face. I can use that for the kids' surprise face. Also, there's Birdie. Gotta love the Birdie Easter egg. This is another photo that was omitted from the little version. The one on the front, on the first page, was omitted. James. Oh, man. I had plans to do this video almost a year ago, but I never got around to doing it because I kept forgetting. Next, the Present Model Station. Love that photo of Percy. It looks badass. This book was £7.99, and this is, I think, the only one I have that was published by Dean. It was published. This is a print from 1999, but it's time to show you the models. Sorry, this is my stack of Roger Hargreaves books that go next to them. There's the station in the background. Also, here's this fact. Mr. Tickle's the first edition. Okay, nobody cares. Anyway, those are the models. That's it. That's people figure in my Tomy R.C. Chug-along Thomas over there. Okay, back to the main focus of the video. The next book is Thomas Goes to the Seaside. I'm only going to show one illustration in this one, because this video is getting too long. I tried to color it in crayon, but I should have just used a dry erase marker. I love how badass the engines look. I love that coupling hook on Thomas. I love the spokes. I tried to color it in with crayon, but failed miserably. Also, those photos were ripped from Tracking Thomas and His Friends. There exists another cover version of this, which was published by Mammoth in I think around the same time. But this is the original from around 93. Just kidding, we're going to show another photo. Actually, this is... Okay, we're not... Here's the next page. After this one. Yeah, I suck at drawing. I'm better at vector sprites. That is the most detailed top of pen I've ever seen. Seaside Station. There's Tito Thomas's station. That must be Farquhar. Is that supposed to be Rolf's Castle or Ulfstead? Whatever Culdee Fell is. Because Culdee Fell just got added to Soda Online. I like that photo of Thomas's face. I'll have to use that. I think it goes with that one. This should have been more of a duck story. Is Thomas going down the Little Western? I Soda Ices. No, Harold, I'd rather not. But there we go. This is a Heinemann print from 90. This is actually another Dean print from... I just noticed. Anyway, next book. The Midnight Ride of Thomas. As you guys may know about this, this one was also from Thrift Books. Unfortunately, it was creased, so I had to, like, put something on it. But this one was actually on the Thomas and the Really Brave Engines DVD. This is also another US print. As you can see, this is actually a glow-in-the-dark book. But it's not working right. You guys probably know what this book looks like. Also, ignore that singing. That's my stupid mother. She'll like your stupidity to get the better of her in there. And wait, off track. I shouldn't be talking like that on camera. Anyway, the next book is Squeak, Squeak, Is That You, Thomas? It squeaks. Let's hope my dog doesn't think this is one of her toys. If he does, actually, let's not go down that rabbit hole. This was like one of the last things I bought from World of Books before I bought the Big Mr. Book #1 from them. Oddly, this book was illustrated by Brian Sibley. No, not Brian Sibley. Brian Sibley's the guy who wrote the Thomas the Tank Engine Man. Brian Vokes. This is from 99. This is also another Egmont print. Even though it says Heinemann on the side. I don't know, it's far short. As you can see, the face there... Focus! Focus! It was illustrated by Ken Scott, along with the little Squeaky Thomas. In fact, I might use this as reference for building a Scott Cage Thomas vinyl figure, but the book was illustrated by Brian Vokes. Anyway, we're getting towards the end. Next book is Percy and the Postman, which was not published in the U.S. As you can see, I wrote my name over here on December 30th, 2023. About a month before I created Kate. Anyway, this is basically just mine that. Oh, I just noticed that this page is ripped. I'm gonna go fix that after this. This is basically just mine that bike. The photos on this one aren't on the wiki either. I'm just gonna show it off. I love that pissed off face that Percy has, and that surprised face. Comment use Scott Gage Percy surprised face. You want this to be Percy's new surprised face for his Scott Gage model. Also, he has spokes too. That face for Percy looks a little strange, not gonna lie. I like this photo. This one was published in 1988. This is an 89 reprint. It's 59. Anyway, the first one I got this year, Thomas's Big Railway Sticker Book, which was published in 94. Another thing is that this is the only time so far that Boko has been illustrated by Ken Scott. Yes, I'm not joking. This is the only time that Boko's been illustrated by Mr. Scott himself. I love those bogey coaches. I may just build those in Scott Gage. There's James. These are like color forms, technically. And also, this is the only time that Mavis has been illustrated by Ken Scott. I forgot to mention Bill and Ben are also in this story, too. I'm pretending that's Bill and that's Ben. Thomas is also here, too. There's another one known as Thomas the Tank Engine Sticker Book, but I have not found that one yet. This one was published in Canada for only $9. For only $9 for price. Second one I got this year, I got a week for my birthday. Thomas's Carousel Book. This one's not really a good book. This is a US print, as you can see. I'm gonna go set it up off camera, just like that. And here we go. And here it is. As you can see, there's a photo from Off the Rails where Gordon's falling into the ditch. Thomas and Terrence in the snow, or Terrence the tractors, it was down here in the States. Terrence pulling Thomas in the snowdrift. James in the balloons. Thomas in the birthday party, which is different. As you can see, Gordon, Henry, and James are shown in the photo. You can even see it because my arm is blocking. Because I don't have the audacity to tie. There it is. Percy runs away is the last photo. Another thing is that this book also has the stories written right there. As you can see, there's a first US edition from 1993. There we go. And the stories are right there. The photo of SDH looks a little cursed. Percy photo looks nice. Snow. And Gordon off the rails. Got off for Thomas is looking at the reader. I love that photo on the cover though. This book's a lot smaller than I expected. Anyway, the second to last book, a Thomas coloring book, which has a photo of Thomas the Bad Dog on the cover, and is basically just Thomas and the Birthday Party as a coloring book. The photos are poorly traced. This was published in 1991. And I love that badass looking photo of Thomas on the top. As you can see, this is the British print because there's a U in color. In America, we don't spell color with a U in it. They republished this in '96 without, like, these illustrations. Thomas was happy too. Well, I'm disappointed. This book was only £1.50, which is very cheap. Anyway, last book of the main stack, then we're going on to the board books. Thomas and the Tiger, which I just got today as of the time I'm recording this video. Stop focusing. Stop. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Some inconvenience. Anyway, Thomas and the Tiger. Oddly, is it just me, or does the front end paper look like a lighter shade of green and the darker back looks like a darker shade? Who knows? And who cares? This is going to be the next episode of Thomas's Tales from the Rails. by the way. I thought that was Annie when I was little, but no, it's actually a fan. This book is on archive.org if you guys want to read this version, or just get the Big Blue Treasury. I was going to get this for my birthday, but it was stuck in customs for over a month, so I took this along with Henry Pull's Express at the front of the board book snack I just got today. Percy was not seen in the little version, too. Also, I would love to know what that red engine is. Sorry, that's a shout my phone. Ah, damn it. Anyway, I'm gonna put all these back and then we're gonna film those. Anyway, screw it. I don't have time for this. I just ripped the light thing off, so here we go. This is this area I put the books. There are also 2 computers over there. One I had to use when that was being fixed, and the other I have plans to use that. Oh yeah, we're getting after it. Right. I gotta go fix this thing, so BRB. There we go. Now that the technical difficulties have been done, it's time for the 6 board books I have. I'm gonna go in order. First, Edward Plays Football. Which, if you guys have seen on the wiki, this thing is basically just a miniature version of Train Stop's Play with Edward. I would love to adapt this for Thomas's Tales from the Rails one day. This was the first one I got, and I got this along with Thomas the Eagle Diesel and Henry Goes to the Hospital as a birthday present last year. Yes, we found your football. Also, I don't know what font that is. Also, that's not a J, that's a long I. This is the only one I have that was published in 1991. Anyway, next, Edward and the Bear, which is one of the 3 I have from 94. I would review Thomas and the Prize Pig, but I just ordered that about a week ago and it hasn't arrived yet. It's probably going to come either Monday or Tuesday. Edward's tickets of kids to the beach. Okay. I can't really just show these off. My hand aches from holding this phone because I don't have a tripod. Another thing is this photo is not on the wiki. I know Dan 2001. He puts us in unnecessary amounts of social characters on dialogue pages on the Billy Gets Grounded wiki, which is a wiki that's falling apart because idiots are vandalizing the pages on there and adding fan onto it. But he was the one he also uploaded the photos for this, Henry Pull's Express, and a few others on the wiki. But as you can see, this is from 94. This was republished in 2000 in a box set. I don't own that box set. Next book, which is James and the Fat Controller, which I adapted in Thomas's Tales from the Rails kind of terribly. Today, James is taking the Fat Controller to name a new engine. And as you guys see towards the end, this so-called new engine is Jock. I don't know why he's here out of all characters, but okay. Also, that face is used for a Scott Gage model, which is not in my building area. I love that photo of Harold on the back. And like Edward and the Bear, this was published in 94. I don't want to damage it. It's damaged enough. Anyway, the next one, which is the last one I have from 94, Percy the Night Train. Also, is that just Blue Percy there? I love where Percy is so confused. He pulls the mail every night. This is like Thomas Percy and the Mail Train, kind of. I should build that shed model, should I? Also, James and Thomas make cameos, and Percy is yawning. And yep, this is also another one from 1994. I got this one on September 9th, 2023. I bought Edward and the Bear and James and the Fat Controller together in a lot, and got Edward and the Bear first on September 1st, 2023, got James and the Fat Controller a few days later on September 5th. I bought Percy and the Night Train along with James and the Balloons. Anyway, the next one, which is one you probably don't know exists, is Thomas and the Goods Train, which is one of the two that I have from '89 along with Henry Pulls the Express, but this is a reprint from 1993. Unfortunately, it was sold in Canada, but unfortunately has the signs ripped. I got very lucky on this one. I found an eBay listing which had it, and I was like, I need this! But because you guys probably didn't know this book exists yet, you could pause the video and read it. I have scanned this book and uploaded it to a Google Drive if you guys are interested. Even though I did that a couple weeks ago. Oil. And cars. Also ignore those are just popping water bottles. Takes them back to the junction, brings back. Also, gotta love that Railway Series-esque whistle. I collect these books for a living, you guys know. I'm getting Thomas and the Prize Pig soon, and I will sneak it in if I end up getting it pretty soon. Just kidding. I'll show it off on my community tab. Anyway, the last one is Henry Pulls the Express, which is the only one I have, which is from 1989. Also, fun fact is that £1.99 is in the same font as shown here on the pages. I don't know if this is on this photo here is on the wiki. Henry's pulling the fast train. Gotta love how the Express is known as the fast train. A few of these photos aren't in the. A few of these photos aren't on the wiki, such as that one. This photo of James and Henry racing. This photo of no. This one's on the wiki. This photo is not on the wiki. James is on the other line. Let's race him. Let's break railway regulations. I can't say things right because I'm talking so fast. Steady Henry. I'll change. Also, this photo here is shown on the interior of Annie and Clarabelle on the Truckles and Engines, which is another Ken Scott Thomas game that I mentioned earlier in this video. And that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the new longest video on this channel. Please subscribe if you want to see more Thomas videos, more Childish Dad videos, or more Vector shorts if you guys have seen the Scrapyard Crew or my Scrapyard shorts, or Blue Loco and the series featuring John, everyone's favorite blue locomotive that copied Thomas. Also, if you're watching this, I turned Thomas into a Vector Sprite, so you can't steal my models. Anyway.